A tribute remains at the Library Gardens building in Berkeley to remember those killed and those injured. The President travelled there to express his gratitude to the first responders, volunteers and medical professionals who'd cared for those involved, their families and friends.
The tragedy that took place here in Berkeley had an enormous and extraordinary effect on the Irish people. They were numbed. The loss of life and the serious injuries visited on young men and women at the cusp of their adult lives is a tragedy that has moved us all very deeply.
Then, along with the Mayor of Berkeley, Tom Bates, the two men planted 2 trees in the Civic Park near to the apartment block, a tree species native to California and Ireland.
All of you shared this tragedy with us, and that is the reason we join today in solidarity and gratitude for your voice, for what you have done to help those who have suffered so much as a result.
The parents and sister of one of the young women who died, Ashley Donoghue, met the President, and on behalf of the families of some of the injured, they presented a map of Ireland and a map of the United States to the Santa Clara Valley Medical Centre.
Our multidisciplinary team at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center is just incredibly honored to have provided rehabilitation services to each of the survivors. We received 2 maps, one of the United States and one of Ireland, with an engraving, a little memento from the family that it's from them, and we'll never forget any of them.
President Higgins praised the volunteers and first responders for their invaluable and unwavering support in such a time of anguish and pain, saying he knew the tragedy would remain with them too.
When the victims are so young, it really strikes home, and a lot of us are fathers and parents, and it's obviously a really painful thing to see.
I got a phone call asking me to be a bus marshal for Ashley's funeral, which obviously I agreed to, and ever since I took part in that, the phone calls kept coming in, and I had people on speed dial making food, dropping it to my house. I'd pick it up, take it back out to them the next day. I mean, I felt like I could help them, so I wanted to help them, and I'm glad I was able to help them in any way.
Around 200 people attended these special memorial events, including some of those who had employed the students on their J1 summer jobs for just a few short weeks. Meanwhile, the District Attorney's investigation is continuing into just what happened and ultimately who is responsible for this tragedy. Katrina Perry, RTE News, Berkeley.